the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble.
Yes, people. Welcome to LRFC. Welcome to LRFC. Do me a favor, please hit that subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff. What's happening to my football club, people? What's happening to my football club? We're all over the place during January. I did tell people about it. I did say expect the unexpected in January. You know what I mean? We might not sign players. We might have some issues. And, you know, it started so badly. It's unreal, people. We're talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold and the issues with his contract. We're still talking about Salah and Van Dijk. There's so many stuff I want to talk about today. And I want to talk about the ownership again. Whether you like it or not is up to you. I have warned people the past 4 to 5 years about these people. They're not interested in winning. And it clearly shows right now. You know, when you're supposed to be ready, getting players through the door, signing contracts and all that stuff. And it's not happening so far. You know what I mean? We're in the 3rd of January right now. 3rd of January, and there's no like signings, and there's no contract signings either. So what we're gonna do is, are we gonna go through that the month not doing anything? And not only that, the players are allowed to speak to any club they want right now. So where are we in this situation? You know, if you know what I mean, people. So we're gonna, you know, break it down. We're gonna talk about it. It's up to you what you want to do. You could put the comments on the comment section, and let me just go through it. Just welcome everybody before we go to the press conference. Yes, Ends, big up, brother. Big up, Skyline, big up, brother. Big up Ends. Please go subscribe to him. He's smashing it at the moment, people. He's just blowing up. So go and subscribe to him. Very interesting take to Liverpool. You know, you get my side of Liverpool. You get, you know, other people's side. You get Ends side. We're all different. We're all not the same. If if we're all talking the same, it would be boring in life, wouldn't it? So please go and subscribe to him. And please go subscribe to Sean. He's got his own channel, of course. It says it right there, AKMLFC. Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year to everybody, by the way. Happy New Year to everybody. So yeah, please, yeah, big up Trudon, big up Nick as always, big up Jason as always. I will read your comments. Don't worry, guys. I will read your comments. Just give me time. Let me just get into the press conference. Then I'm gonna go down to the ownership and talk about the rest of the stuff that we need to talk about. Because, you know, if we, you know, care about our football club, if we're hurting, you got to talk about it. You can't be fake, man. This is the problem with our fan base at the moment. We're too fake. We're forgetting what this football club is all about. It's about winning. If you're not part of this football club thinking about winning, then you shouldn't be part of it, in my opinion. So you can move aside and let the people that know the football club from years and years and years and years take over. You know what I mean? Because we pass it on to the young people. They're not taking it to the next level. They're accepting it for what it is, which is a mediocre club that's run by people that don't care about football. You know what I mean? We, as Liverpool Football Club, are a family club, and that's how we've been raised. That's how we've been since the beginning of, you know, the Shankly era. And we don't want to step away from that. We don't want to think about being second best, third best, fourth best, mid-table team, bottom half of the table team. We don't want to be thinking like that. We always should be thinking about the top. And if you're not part of that, you should not be part of Liverpool Football Club, in my opinion. And this is where I'm going to come in right now. This month, I'm going to push it through until these ownership either get out of our fucking football club or, you know, start spending money. Because I've had enough. I've had enough. How can you be top of the league and you still have doubts around your football club? How dare you put us in this situation? Every season we're challenging, we're in this situation. Why? Why? Why do we deserve it, fans? Do we actually deserve it, Liverpool fans? No, we don't. So why do we have to sit here and accept it? It's unacceptable. I'm sorry, guys. So we're going to obviously talk about the press conference. Then I'm going to come into John W. Henry. I'm going to talk about Darwin Núñez. I'm going to talk about Trent. I'm going to talk about Salah. I'm going to talk about Van Dijk as well, because it's unfair what's happening to certain players, and it's unfair what's happening to the fan base as well, because we don't deserve this. We don't deserve this, people. If you don't stand up for your football club, these people, these venture capitalists, they are going to walk all over you. They're not here for Liverpool Football Club. You know, like when your acceptance of being a business is when you go downhill. We're not a business. We never should be a business. We're a family club that's together throughout thick and thin, and that's what we need to get back to. We're forgetting who we are, man, and I don't want to go through this anymore, guys. Honestly, I don't want to go through this anymore. They had all those months before the transfer window, the last transfer window, till now to get players ready for us to go and sign. We've got this Chiesa guy that don't want to be at our football club. I mean, I've been hearing, like, he's homesick. This is the modern day football. You have to put an arm around the shoulders of players instead of like slapping them in the face, telling them wake up and play football. You know what I mean? This is what I grew up with. Be a man. I mean, what is this pussy players nowadays? I'm homesick and all this nonsense. And we'll try to sign another player who's homesick as well. Like, come on, man. What is going on? Like, what is this football in the modern day? Let's take our football back, people. Let's take our football back. That's my new thing now. Hashtag let's take our football back. Because I've had enough of these overseas people coming over here and taking our football. We don't go over there to their country and take over their freaking American football and all that nonsense, do we? So let's be honest, mate. Let's take back our football. Let's take back, let the fan base take their football back, man. Look at Man United, look at Arsenal, look at Liverpool. 3 American-owned clubs always having problems. And this is the biggest clubs in England. Now Chelsea's in that equation as well. They've got American-owned as well. They're doing weird stuff. This is just madness, man. What is going on, people? Yeah, so let me go press conference, then we go obviously through the things I'm complaining about right now. Big up Trudon, big up Nick, big up Sean, big up everybody that's on the chat. Let's just say what you want to say, people, right? Because I've had enough, man. How can we be in the middle of the transfer window and there's no... So how can we be like at the start of the transfer window and there's no contract signing, there's no players coming through the door? You had all that time. I don't understand, people. I really don't understand why people just are acceptance of this nonsense, man. It's absolute disgrace. You're a disgraceful Liverpool fan if you accepted this. I swear to God. I don't give a shit about you, because I don't think any of you guys care about Liverpool Football Club if you accepted this shit. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired of waking up every single time to this nonsense. How can Van Dijk and Salah struggle for contracts? These guys have been consistent since day one. They've never let us down. They never asked for a transfer. They could have went to any club in the world. Like, we're talking about Trent going to Madrid. They could have went to Madrid. They're that good. But they never even asked for that. And they're still here. But you're not giving them a contract. What is going on? Oh, man. Let's get to the press conference and let's pick out the best bits, and I'll just discuss it with you. But we're gonna come back anyway, guys. So please don't go anywhere. Please get in the comments and say whatever you want to say as well. Listen, if you disagree with me, it's fine. If you agree with me, it's fine. If you're in the middle, it's fine. I don't care. Just say what you want to say.
The team you're facing, the 14th, arguably one of the worst Manchester United sides ever. Are you planning to rest any players ahead of the Sunday?
So that's a strange question. No, of course, I'm not going to plan to rest any player because it's a big game, and I think it's...
What an insult. Rest players because it's the worst Man United team ever. What are you talking about, bro? This is Man United Liverpool game, resting players. What are you talking about, dude? What a stupid statement. This is what I'm saying. Geeks have taken over football, man. Geeks have taken over football. They don't know nothing about football. So they just like ask silly questions like that, their own clubs, without even knowing football. When I hear that John W. Henry owns Liverpool Football Club, but he doesn't know nothing about football. So what's the point of you being here, man? Don't you supposed to study? You've been here for how many years? Like, what is it, 14 years? And you still don't know how to, you don't even know the rules of football? What is that all about? Are you really interested in Liverpool Football Club? Come on, man. What is this shit, man? You own a business, learn about your business. And you got these geeks on the press talking like this. Come on, man. This is Man United Liverpool, the biggest game in the world, in my opinion. We don't buy players for each other. We don't like each other. Simple as that. Telling us about resting players. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
For me, I said it before the first fixture, and I can say it one more time, that they have much better players, in my opinion, than maybe the league table shows at the moment. And I think it's going to take a while maybe for Ruben Amorim to bring this out of the players. I don't know, but they will definitely go up, and they are much better than the league table shows at the moment.
Against West Ham, brilliant performance. Mo Salah was incredible. Trent Alexander-Arnold was fantastic as well. He's 26 now. How much better do you think he can get?
There's always room for improvement for every player. So Mo is 32 and he can still do things better. It's hard to say because he is in such great numbers. But just before I came in, I was.
You know who I feel sorry for the most people? This manager. This head coach, sorry. It says it right on the screen, head coach. He's done nothing wrong. You know what I mean? I've said it in the beginning when he first came, when people don't want him as a manager. I said, listen, he hit the jackpot. You know, stuff for like, you know what I mean? He hit the best thing in his life, which is Liverpool Football Club. You know, if that opens itself up, no manager there, and you're going to take over, that's the best thing that can happen to you as a manager. Not only have you got, you know, that football club, you got the fan base with that as well, that's patient, and that will allow you for the next 2 to 3 years to do what you want, if you know what I mean. And you know, we're grateful that we have a head coach like this that's concentrating only on the players. I've always said it. I'm not all about, you know, managers anymore. I'm all about head coaches that want to coach the team, only concentrate on the team off this pitch. Let them, you know, executives like Michael Edwards, you know, Richard Hughes, all these people. Hopefully, the people that own the club come out, you know, and you know, take care of that stuff. That's their business. Him, Arne Slot should be only concentrating on football, and that's how we're successful this season, because the players have never had anyone like that before. Just only about football, and that is it. And you know, a lot of them are coming out right now, like Salah, like Trent. They're saying this is the best coaching they've ever had, ever really. Don't get me wrong. Klopp had his own way of coaching, and he's had his own coaching staff. But you know, when the man at the helm, the head coach is in control of everything, it is much better, in my opinion. And this is what I like. It's not all about kissing babies and going off the pitch. It's not all about that, man. At the end of the day, they get paid to do football only, and let them, you know, do the football. I feel sorry for him, like I said, because all this stuff that's coming out of the football club, he doesn't deserve it. I mean, look at what he's done at the football club this season. We've only lost one game, and if we played that game again, we're going to batter that team that we played. So it's more or less undefeated this season. And the Champions League, undefeated. We've won every game that we played. In the Premier League, obviously, a couple of draws plus a loss. So what he's done this season is something special, and you know, he deserves all the backing that he can get. Like I said in the beginning when he first came, I've got no issues with him. He wasn't my first pick. He wasn't even my 10th pick if someone asks me about him. But for what he's done since he's been here, listen, guys, like, you're not going to get a better coach than that. Let's just be real, man. When things are going good, you got to back it to the top and make sure you don't come back from there, if you know what I mean. And this is what we got to do as a fan base. There's too many times we've been at the top and then just drift down from there, and other teams catch us up at the same time. It's not fair. It's not fair. You know, like if we had any ambition in this football club, the likes of Real Madrid wouldn't come to our football club and disrespect us like they did with previous transfers and Trent Alexander-Arnold at the moment. We had the time like to dominate football for 5 to 6 years straight, but we chose not to. Now look what's happening. These teams are coming to disrespect us on a continuous basis. Everybody comes out with this nonsense about, oh, it's Real Madrid, they could take whoever they want. So what's the point of football if they could take whoever they want? Is there a point actually competing? There ain't. You know what I mean? But we had the time. Just like how we got rid of Barcelona with Messi on them lot. We could have got rid of Real Madrid. But we didn't do that because this ownership that we have chose not to do that. You know what I mean? They chose for us to be the punching bag for other clubs. You know what I mean? To disrespect our club. I don't see Real Madrid going to Arsenal and, you know, bullying them for their players, because they know they're not a competition. What do? You go to your competition and you make sure that you answer all their players, and that's what they're doing, and that's what I would do if I was them. But, you know, we've got this weak ownership that allows that, unfortunately.
I was checking our game against West Ham, and I saw him at halftime, Mo walking off the pitch a bit frustrated when we were 3-0 up, and I think that had to do with him missing a few chances that he's not used to, missing chances. But Trent can still improve. I think I saw a bit of improvement already this season. So these players are top of the world, so there's not a lot of room for improvement anymore. But there's always a bit of improvement, and especially defensively, Trent, in my opinion, has made a step up this season. And I think in some games he was outstanding in every part of the game, but there's been sometimes a bit of up and down as well. In other games he could have done a bit better, so it's about consistency for top players, and that is maybe where the biggest improvement for Trent is.
And we've all heard about the bid from Real Madrid for Trent. Have you spoken to him at all since then?
I speak to every player once in a while, and that is for Trent the same. So yes, I spoke to him. Yeah.
Hi Arne, can we just check where Ibrahim Konate, Joe Gomez, Conor Bradley are with their recovery, and if you're expecting to be missing anyone else this weekend?
Yeah, Joe is of course not in a good place when it comes to his injury. He's out for a few weeks, that's for sure. And Conor and Ibu will train with us today for the first time. So
Yes.
yeah,
That's what I like to hear.
curious and interested to see where they exactly are. Of course, they've worked hard to come back to the team, but it's always the next step is always how do you handle team sessions. So they will train with us today, the two of them.
It's good to hear Bradley and Konate, they're ready to train. I hope we're not rushing them back, because if we rush them back, they're going to get injuries again. So hopefully they'll be, in contention on the bench against Man United. We don't need to rush them back. Let them, take the time to get back into the team, if you know what I mean. Let me get to the comments, then I'll continue to speak what's going on. Happy New Year, Nick, man. Big up, bro. Nunes is a joke. Yeah, I've got that. I'm going to discuss him later on. Nunes off to Milan. Let him go, man. Let him go. If he's gonna, do silly things like that, let him go. Nunes is liking photo of himself in AC Milan colours, doing himself no favours. I think he has resigned himself and knows this is his last season. He's rubbish, man. I mean, I've supported that guy since the day he came to Liverpool. I gave him 2 seasons. This is his 3rd season, and he's not improving. He's getting worse. You know what I mean? At least in the other seasons, he had chances to, to miss. Now he's got no chances to miss when he's playing, and his attitude on the pitch stinks, really. Okay, he runs up and down, great. You know what I mean? That you could hide behind things like that as a player. It doesn't mean anything. So, listen, if he wants to go, let him go. I've got no issues with that. You know what I mean? I want players that's committed to Liverpool Football Club. Look where we are in the world of football at the moment. If you're not part of that train, then you should be getting off. You know what I mean? Next stop, get out, go, fuck off. Simple as that. Intro tune banging. That's from Noodle Beats, brother. Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year. Trudon says Hughes Edwards equal Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, spot on, bro. Like the way they listen. I'm not gonna say they are dumb completely, because they got us Arne Slot and they got us Klopp before that. But the way they're behaving in the transfer market is unacceptable, bro. Like, how can you not be ready right now, getting players through the door, when you know there's injuries already happening? And we already predicted these injuries. The same players that get injured every season are getting injured again, which is Jota, the likes of Jota and Gomez and players like that. They're always going to get injured. You can't stop players like that getting injured. It's just a part of their, way of life. That's how it is. They're never going to change. You can't change injury-prone players. I mean, and look at Konate. I know it's not his fault. He got injured again. Alisson got injured again. Simicast got injured again. It's the same players. Why is Van Dijk always fit? Why is Salah always fit? Think about that. Why are they always fit? And they're older than the rest. These are young players. What the hell are they made of, man? That's what I say. Modern day players. Arm around the shoulder. There you go, people. Not the slap in the face anymore. Wake up. That doesn't exist, man. It's madness. Is Trent situation really happening? I don't know, bro. I have no idea. I could just lie like the rest of the people and tell you bullshit. I'm not gonna say that, man. United never been a big club. Listen, they are a big club in their own way, but in the last what is it, 13 years. They've been like in the dumps. It's hard to get out of it. They've got this new manager that plays free at the back. And how long have I been saying, Callum, free at the back doesn't work? We invented free at the back. Don't forget, Callum, with Roy Evans, with Robbie Fowler, Steve McManaman, John Scales, Phil Babb, Mark Wright, Jason McAteer, Stick Ingabionaby, Jamie Redknapp. I could name all that team. John Barnes, Michael Thomas. You know what I mean? All those players, Stan Collymore, all these players played with that free at the back. Did they get us any success? No, because it's far too. It's too open. It's far too open. The wings are too open. The midfield is too open. So basically, you're easy to get at. And the Premier League don't have those wide, massive pitches in every ground. You know what I mean? You need those kind of things. That's why it works in Portugal, because they can do that. But when you come to the Premier League, it's a different story. That's why every team that's won the Premier League plays with a 4 at the back. Only one team has won 3 at the back, and that's Chelsea. And what happened after the next season? They got found out, and Conte got sacked. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. 3 at the back is a horrible formation. I don't want to play it. I played it with Roy Evans for 4 or 5 years. It was the worst thing that ever happened to us. One cup with one Coca-Cola Cup, it was called. That shows what kind of team that we was those days. You know what I mean? Come on, it's madness, man. Nah, not for me. Callum, that's not true. LOL. No. Keep the squad as it is, including Nunes. Hopefully, we spank United at home. Yes, Genghis, big up, brother. Big up, brother. Keep the comments coming in, guys.
Yeah. Of course, they still have to come in, but we trained yesterday, and I assume everybody's fit. Although we're in a period of time where some people get sick as well, but nothing heard about that yet. So hopefully everybody's ready to be part of, except for Joe Gomez, to be part of the game on Sunday.
You obviously took charge of this club in different circumstances to that of Ruben Amorim at Manchester United. But can you sympathise with the pressure that he's under as a manager, also taking charge of a Premier League club for the first time?
I think every manager sympathises with every other manager, because we all know how much pressure this job brings. That's not different for him than for me or for any other manager that works in the Premier League or somewhere else around the world. This is a job where there's a lot of pressure. This is also something we like, otherwise we definitely must not do this. Like I said, he's done so well at Sporting Portugal that and again, I think he has a good squad of players as well, so he will eventually bring the best out of them.
It's unfair for people to answer questions about Ruben Amorim. He's a young guy, young coach that's coming to the scene, and going to a team like Man United, it's going to be difficult for anybody. That club is rotten from top to bottom. Let me just put it that way: from the ownership to the players to the ground to whatever that's around the football club. I honestly think Amorim, the job is too big for him. I think he chose the wrong job. Maybe Chelsea would have been better for him, a team like that's already ready to go. But, Man United, if the likes of Mourinho, Van Gaal fail over there, the next managers that come after them is going to be, a long season. And it doesn't matter about your talent. When you got players that's just not good enough and, that don't want to try on the pitch and don't have the ambition as Man United, football clubs should have. It's a struggle, man. They're not winners. Okay, you got Casemiro and all these guys that want Real Madrid. That's a different league. The Premier League is not a forgiving league. The Premier League is a quick league. The Premier League is a league that's, demanding of players in high performances. And if those players at Man United don't have that, it's going to be a struggle for the manager. What they need to do as a football club is just reset fully. Forget about going down. It's just that's just nonsense talking like that. I'm talking about reset in a sense of in the next couple of years, get rid of a lot of players. Bring youngsters in. You bring youngsters in. Why do I say that? Because they will give you that extra yard on the pitch. They are hungry. They will be proud to play for Man United. Because at the moment, whatever player that comes for Man United, they buy for a lot of money. they don't really give a shit about the club because they're only here for the money reasons. They're not here for winning because Man United is not about winning anymore. So you need to, like, when you get these young players in, they've got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? They just come into the scene. They're going to give you that 100 yards on the pitch. You know what I mean? They're going to give you, you know, the extra bits that you need off the pitch and everything else. And they're not here for money reasons. You could pay them as much as you want. I mean, they're athletes at the end of the day. They're going to have more energy than the older ones, aren't they? So if you have mixture, you know what I mean, like maybe 2 or 3 older ones with the all rest you being younger, I think they could go a long way. I honestly think that. But the bad thing about Manchester United is they want instant success. They are willing to spend like 1 billion to, you know, transform that team. And that's, we'll talk about Man City the way they spend. We'll talk about Chelsea the way they spend. Man United have spent same as them. But where is it getting them? Nowhere. As I said, the passion of that club is gone from top to bottom. Even the youth players that's come through their system that say they're Manx don't even try on the pitch anymore. We talk about Rashford a lot. Rashford doesn't care about football. He's past that. His head is past that stage of football. He does not give a shit about football. No matter who he goes to, Arsenal, Liverpool, whatever he goes to, he's not going to be the same player anymore. Let me give you an example. Dele Alli. Once the football left his life, he's not the same person anymore. That's how Rashford is. You can see by his demeanor, the way he is. And normal circumstances, a local player should be the standards. A local player should be the ones who are looking at other players and say to them, "Oi, pull up your socks, man. We need to start like running on that pitch. We need to do more." You know what I mean? And he doesn't do that. He's feeling sorry for himself. He looks not interested at times. And it's sad. As a black man, it's sad to see that. You know what I mean? Because he should be more humble. He should be more grateful. He should be, you know, not taking shortcuts. You know what I mean? Taking the easy way out. That's how I see it when I look at him. Fight for your football club, man. You're the leader of the team. You should be the one everybody's watching when, you know, you're struggling on the pitch, that's giving it that extra yard like Steven Gerrard did, like, you know, Gary Neville and all these guys who were there before you, Paul Scholes. They gave their all. They gave their all, man. And that's all you ask for. You don't ask for anything else. And this is what they need, this football club. Reset, man. Start from zero. Get the youth coming through. Get rid of all these, you know, overpaid, you know, rubbish players, man. Some of them get more than Liverpool players. And look where Liverpool is. You know what I mean, in the league. It's embarrassing, man. It's an absolute embarrassment.
Mo Salah scored and provided 2 assists last time you two met. Top scorer in the Premier League as well. Is there a better player in the world right now than Mo Salah?
That question I got after the West Ham game, and I think it's difficult to compare players. So I think if I only look at my own team, not to other teams, but Virgil also has an outstanding season. But yeah, he doesn't have the numbers like Mo because he's a defender. So it's difficult to judge players in different positions, but the numbers Mo has at the moment speaks for itself. And mostly when we talk about the best players in the world, we talk about attackers. Yeah. So it's been for a long time Messi and Ronaldo.
Listen, Mo Salah is the best player in the world right now. You can't deny that. You can't deny that. Only a fool would say he's not. Only a fool would say he's not. I mean, big up Redbird. It's been a while, bro. I hope everything's okay with you and family, man. Happy New Year, by the way. I mean, people, just keep the comments coming in. I know I missed a few, but I'll go back to it. Don't worry, I'm not finished yet. I'm going to have a moment I speak, you know what I mean, and all that stuff without the press conference. So please, get the comments come through. Everton fans wanted Rashford. Yeah, good luck to them, man. Sean says, Dele Alli had a major issue, though. Bless him. Yeah, I know, bro. Like, I know. But football left him a long time ago, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. I know he had issues and all that stuff. Yeah, it's something beyond football. I understand, man. I understand. Poor example, let me just put it that way. Yeah, but keep the comments coming in, man. Big up to everybody, man. Big up to everybody. Let's just hear the press conference, then I'll continue after that.
Ronaldo, where we spoke about. So then, yeah, if you then simply look at his numbers and the way he's playing, the work rate he has for the team, he's definitely a great player.
Hi, Arne. The scrutiny that Premier League managers come under is incredibly intense, and when results aren't going your way, they can come in for a bit of hammer. That's happening now for for Ruben Amorim and for others. How difficult, though, is it as a manager to stick to your principles when things do go wrong and you have your own ideas and yes, you know, there's some flexibility within that, but when results go against you and you want to stay true to your principles, but how difficult is it to sort of to try and turn things around but maintain what it is that's got you to where you are?
Don't have people like Pep Linders around you. That's one thing you got to do.
Yeah, that always depends. So you can only look at the score, and then sometimes it's difficult to convince players. But you can also look at the performance. And for example, I've watched before we played Tottenham the game Tottenham against Man United, and then when it came to performance, I think there were a lot of things they did really well. So this is what you can show to the players. But I don't think any manager in this league, because they are so experienced, they've done so well in so many clubs. They don't need my advice, but you are asking me what would I do if the performance go against you. If the results go against you, you try to focus on performance. And even though when results go your way, like it is at the moment for us, I still show the players how small the margins are. I think we were 2-1 up against Leicester, when Mo got quite a big chance in the 18-yard box of Leicester. We lost the ball, he lost the ball, counter-attack, and they were in front of Alisson. That was on 2-1, I think somewhere around the 70th minute. So margins in football when it comes to results are really small, because this is a low-scoring sport. So if you play basketball or you play tennis, then mostly the one that's best always wins the game. But in football that doesn't always happen, because it's a low-scoring sport. So these margins are really small. And then if you only focus on results, and the last 3 or 4 results for United didn't go their way. But second half performance against Newcastle was, I think, also really good for them. So there have been moments in games or longer periods in games that they've played really well. And I think these are the things you focus on as a manager if the results don't go your way.
This guy is very intelligent, man. Very intelligent manager, this guy, you know. He doesn't forget like what happens in the football game, even if it's a small thing that's gonna, you know, eventually result in goal in different games. He will mention it just to remind the players. You know, I mean, of course, the players watch the press conference, so they're gonna know what to fix during the games now. Like he gives them already, you know, if he's talking about in a press conference, what's the issues? I'm sure he takes it to the training ground and, you know, tells the players this is what happened in that game. Make sure it doesn't happen again, and you've got to learn from it. I mean, life is a lesson, people. You've got to learn from mistakes in it, and this is what this manager is bringing in, and I like that. I really like that. Trudon says Real Madrid love bullying Liverpool. Yeah, because we're at the top. Whenever we're at the top, this is the time you see Real Madrid always bully Liverpool. When we're not in there, when we was like a couple of seasons ago, when we was at the Champions League, did you ever see Real Madrid coming for our players? No. So it's whenever Liverpool go to the top, they come out of nowhere and start bullying us. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, you don't see them going after Arsenal players. You don't see them going after, you know, Chelsea players, Man City players. But it's always Liverpool, because they know we're the biggest threat. Let me just put it this way: out of all the clubs, whether we like to say it or not, we're the most together club. You know what I mean? And if you're winning like continuously, as we're doing right now, in the manner we're doing it, your rivals will try to disrupt you, try to make sure that you don't take the, you know, the Champions League or the Premier League and things like that. But we make it easy for people, unfortunately, because of the circumstances we're in, the ownership that we have. And, you know, as Liverpool fans, we either need to like pull together and say enough is enough now. We gave them their time in the last 3 to 4 years, like to have their fun, to try to give us, you know, a Super League, and put ticket prices up, put the ladies who make the, you know, food for the players on furlough. We gave them all that stuff. We gave them the time. We had their little apology, they're reading off the screen and all that stuff. But, you know, at times you got to say enough is enough. And this is the time you need to stand up for your football club, because there's too many times we've been in this situation and we dropped the ball, if you know what I mean. And it looks like we're heading that way again, because if the players are unsettled and it continues throughout this month, expect different results as the month goes on. Even the teams you're supposed to beat might be difficult. That's what worries me. We should not be in this situation. in football, because, you know, real ownership that care about a football club, they won't put you through this shit. They will stop that before it even starts. But unfortunately, you know, they saved us. They are heroes. They, 2010 and all that stuff. Some people was even born at that time that actually support Liverpool nowadays. So it's weird. It's weird in my opinion. Put your foot down, Liverpool fans, man. Put your foot down. Wake up, man. Wake up to reality.
This game will mark 7 years to the day since Virgil van Dijk made his Liverpool debut, scoring the winner in a Merseyside derby, so a fabulous start. You knew a lot about him, of course, before you came here. What's enabled him to become the Rolls-Royce of the defender that he is, and even as he gets older, there appear to be so few blemishes to his game, and you can count the mistakes he makes almost on the fingers of one hand. What is it about him that makes him so special?
Yeah, then I have to make a long list, because the best players in the world have so many great attributes. So I think Virgil has a lot of game intelligence, so he reads the game really well. He's big and strong. He's fast. I was impressed by his how he is in ball possession. So that was from the first session I did. I was, whoa, this is someone, he can delay his choice. He can wait for the last moment to play a ball through the lines. So yeah, he's a complete player, which is probably same like Mo. Otherwise you don't belong to the best players in the world, or the best player in the world in your position. So one of the reasons is that they hardly have anything that is not good enough. Of course, even for Virgil, there are some things of his game we would like to see he could improve on a bit. Probably going to ask me what, but I'm telling Virgil this. But he's doing outstanding for us. And one of the things I didn't said now, but I said in many other press conference, he's also the one that leads the team from start to finish. And with start to finish, I mean, if we go out on the training ground, the moment I blow my whistle and the exercise starts, I will hear for sure one player, and that's Virgil. So he brings a lot of positive energy to the club as well, and a lot of positive energy in the group. So he's done.
Listen, Virgil van Dijk to me is the greatest defender I've ever seen in the Premier League. Greatest defender I've ever. Listen, I've seen Alan Hansen, obviously, as when I was growing up. He was special, very, very special player. But I've never seen a complete defender like Virgil van Dijk since Maldini, to be fair, guys. You know, Maldini was a full-back, but he could play a centre-back, he could play a right-back. Maldini was so good. When he was a kid, he could have played right. He could have challenged for the right-back position, but at the time there was a player there that was before him, and, you know, he was a legend at the club. So what Maldini did was he turned himself to a left-back. I mean, left-footed left-back as well. He practiced he's a right-footed player, but practiced with his left foot. And, you know, the rest is history. And if there's anyone that you could put up there with Maldini, Van Dijk has to be up there, in my opinion. I've never seen a perfect defender like Van Dijk in my life. You know what I mean? He's good in the air. He could pass the ball. He could outrun everybody. You know what I mean? You see him with that Adama Traore race a couple of seasons ago. Adama didn't leave him like he left Carl Walker, did he? So you could see. Listen, if he was at another club, I think they would have bragged about him. Honestly, it's just the thing is a heavy. There's a heavy weight when you're at Liverpool Football Club. Let me just put it that way. Not only our fan base have to convince other fan base how good our players are, they just don't want to know, if you know what I mean. But their players are more special. People still talk about John Terry, comparing him with Van Dijk, which I don't understand. You know, Rio Ferdinand, Vidic. Some people even put Vidic, that clumsy Vidic, good in his, header in the ball, cutting his face and all that stuff, the brutal side of football. But as an all-rounder, I've never seen anyone like Van Dijk. You know what I mean? I've never seen a guy who's good at everything. You know what I mean? What's the downside about Van Dijk? There's nothing. I mean, he can even talk his way out of, prison. That's how good this guy is. So, yeah, it's very, very special. Very special defender. And, once he retires, people are going to finally realize how good this guy is, man. Big up, Sean. Big up, brother. Big up, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think the way people talk about Van Dijk inside Liverpool is special. Big up Adrory. Hi Fuzzy, how are you? Amanda Stelby, should take over Newcastle. Yeah, the usual, bro. Usual. No, not bad. Yeah, I think she already did.
Really well, but that is also the standard at this club. If you don't perform like this, then you're not good enough anymore to play for this club. So they have to keep staying at this level to play for this club, and that's what they've done. Mo and Virgil for 8 years now, maybe. Mo a bit longer. Mo was here longer already. Okay.
Thank you.
Mo's a bit longer.
Arne, your
Oh yeah,
squad
6
has
months.
over 30 league winners' medals in it. How much stock do you put in that experience? How valuable do you see that being in the second half of the season?
30 league medal winners. That means that the whole team won the league 30 times. Is that what you mean?
Different leagues.
Yeah, and different. Yeah, maybe sometimes in the same team, but yeah, okay.
It's 9 from the Premier League team in 1920, obviously still in the squad.
Okay. How much difference does this make? That was your question.
How much stock do you put in that? You know, how valuable is that for you?
It's always important that you have players that or staff members that know how to win things. But yeah, I would be surprised if I work at a club like Liverpool. You would have told me you don't have anyone who won the league in their career, because we are here one of the best clubs in the world. So probably it's normal that there are players over here that have won many things in their career. So it is definitely helpful, but the most thing that helps us winning games is work rate and quality of the players. So of course sometimes it can help if you are used to winning big games, but yeah, that's what's quite normal if you play at this club, that you are used to playing big games.
Have you maybe seen specific moments though in tough circumstances in the first half of the season where you've noticed that kind of goes beyond leadership, but moments where the players are taking it upon themselves to marshal themselves through situations?
Yeah. Last half hour against Newcastle, I saw players that really stepped up, a team that really stepped up, and sometimes I think Southampton was a bit the same when we were in not the league.
You see, people, like, leadership counts, man. You need leadership as well as youth. You know what I mean? Mixture of both. If you want to like succeed in life, and that's what we have. This is what Arsenal don't have. This is where, you know, Chelsea don't have. And I've been proven right. You know what I mean? I've talked about those teams. I did say like Chelsea is not a challenger. Now look at Chelsea. They losing to Ipswich, and you know, Fulham at home. Arsenal hot and cold yesterday and get winning run and all that stuff, but they are gonna drop off eventually. And they had their moment. If you know what I mean, we gave them 2 seasons to challenge with Man City. This is the worst Man City team in history, in my opinion, I've ever seen that challenge for a title. You know what I mean? And they couldn't do it. Now, you know, Liverpool is back, you know, fresh, new players, and hopefully we could add some more. I can't see it, but if you know what I mean. And we're back to where we was. But listen, I'd rather have it this way than prime Man City chasing me, if you know what I mean, guys. So think about what I'm saying. Would you have prime Man City chasing you for the title, or this Arsenal team? I'll say this Arsenal team all day long. I want chasing me, because they don't have the experience. When it's like tough part of the season, they will struggle as they did the last couple of seasons. I honestly think their first season should have been the season they won the league, because you know what they had at that season? They had no fear. So the second season, you start having that doubts with you, and then that's what happened to them last season. That's why they didn't win the league. If Saliba stayed fit that season, maybe they would have won. Maybe, yeah. Maybe they would have won the league. I agree with that. If Saliba stays fit. But when it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And as I said, I'd rather have this Arsenal team chasing me than the prime Man City. I think if prime Man City was chasing Liverpool, the league would be very difficult to take. Let me just put it that way.
Cup game, but the other one in a difficult position. So yeah, definitely some moments, and I can come up with probably some other games, but the one that really stands out was Newcastle. I think we had a tough first half, tough first hour.
Big upset.
And then when Trent came in, when Dominic came in, and from the ones that stayed in the team, they found another gear, and there you could see how special they are. Yeah.
Carl. Just go back to your Trent conversation. What have you actually said to him in light of Real's interest in winning the league?
Do you really think?
Genuinely, not, I don't know exact words, but genuinely, what's your thoughts to him?
No, I can completely understand the question that you ask it, but I think you already know the answer. These conversations I have never shared, not about Trent, not about any other. What I talk to them about, I just said the same about Virgil. Of course, there are things that Virgil can improve. I talked to him about this as well. It was a conversation as many others we had, me and Trent, and let's leave it to that.
It could be destabilising for some players. It might be destabilising for that interest for the big club to come at this stage of the season.
If it would destabilise players at Liverpool, if other people talk about them, then we would really have a problem, because if you play at one of the biggest clubs in the world, everybody always for 12 months long is talking about you. Exactly. Sometimes in relation to other clubs. That happens so many times for our players, that if that destabilizes them, then we really would have had a problem, not only now but in the past 6 months, because I think there were some talks about our players also in the last 6 months, and I don't think that they destabilized them at all.
Last couple for the breakout, Lynch, and then
Can you say on Trent that categorically you won't let him go in January regardless of what happens with his contract?
I can tell you that he's playing on Sunday. That he is. And hopefully he brings the same performances as he brought in for the last half year. Because I think everybody saw how great of a first half of a season he had, how much he is here, how much he wants to win here. Played an incredible game against West Ham. I think we all remember that pass he gave. I think it was second.
I've seen.
We played to that side.
Listen, that pass, people need to investigate it. If that guy's got some weapons of, I don't know, mate. He's got something on that leg that manipulates the ball. Let me just put it that way. He kicked the ball on the floor, and he curled around the defender to go to Salah's path. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Was the first half? First half, yeah. Pass he gave to Mo. So I see him on the training ground every day, working his ass off. So he's fully committed to us, and he will play on Sunday. If they don't tell me he's sick, but I don't expect them to.
Hi Arne. Around this time last season, a struggling Manchester United side, off the back of a few home defeats, came to Anfield to face the Liverpool team looking to go top of the table. Liverpool had 34 shots that day, didn't score any of them. So what do you think is the key to making sure the dominance in the league table is reflected in the final scoreboard?
Yeah, the things I've said many times. If you want to win a game, you have to outwork the opponent. Then second of all, you need a good balance in set pieces, especially in the big games against quality players. Mate. And then if that is balanced out or that is the same, then it's mostly about the quality of the players. So if you have 34 shots, then that tells me that you need maybe a bit of luck as well then sometimes during a game. But maybe it was also really well defended by United. I don't remember the game really well, so maybe they threw themselves every time in front of a ball. That's also part of winning games. And we.
Big up, brother. Big up, Sideline Football Show, man. It's been a while, man. I hope everything is okay with you, brother, and family. Happy New Year, by the way. Big up, Redbird, and Sean Nick at the chat. Big up, bro. Big up, big up, big up. It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
We need to be in the best possible way prepared, because every game in the Premier League is a difficult one, but especially a game where you face quality players that I think will feel, okay, this is a chance for us to make their fans proud again. So if they do the same winning at West Ham United away, the fans will like it, but it's even more important for them to win here at Anfield. And then quality players are always dangerous if they set their mind to something. So we have to be really, really, really well prepared to beat United.
Thank you.
There you go, people. The press conference is done. I'm done with it, really. Let me just put it that way. But now it's about the chat, and we're gonna discuss exactly what I want to discuss. I'll keep an eye on Twitter, see if there's anything happening, because breaking news is always coming out somewhere. You know what I'm saying? There's been reported interest in Chiesa and Dance. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I was looking at something from Sean. Sean says, "Love me, hate me. I say it how it is, regardless of what anyone else thinks. I.e., Fenway, we come not to pay. Destroyed online for my opinion." Sean, if you don't say your opinion, what's the actual point in life, brother? What's the actual point in life? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is just a game. First of all, you know what I mean? It's not a, it's not a life and death. You know what I mean, or anything like that. If people attack you for your opinion, then you shouldn't really mix up with people like that. Just avoid them. You know what I mean? And be you. I've always said it. Like, be yourself. The problem we have in the modern day, people are not themselves. They just want to lie to themselves to be part of a gang, and the old school ones are the only ones that's trying to give them the warning to not be part of that nonsense. You know what I mean? And just be yourself. That's all we're asking for. But this game's going to be very interesting. Obviously, against Man United. Man United is a shit team at the moment. They're not really doing as you expect them to do. They're struggling pretty badly in the league. I think they're about. Let me check that the league. Let me put the league up for you. Premier League. I'm just going to talk about this for a bit, obviously the game, and then I'll talk about the players individually who haven't got a contract and that stuff, who are fighting for it, if you know what I mean. And we could discuss, guys. You just put your comments through. I'll read them out as I always do. I'm one of yous. Don't forget, man, I'm one of you guys. There you go. As you can see, the league, I don't know why am I that big. Let me make it smaller. There you go. Liverpool, top of the league, ahead of Arsenal, of course, 6 points. Arsenal are second. Liverpool still got that game in hand. Some people say game in hand doesn't really matter because you need to get the points first. Yeah, you could say it that way. It's not a bad thing to say. Man United, they're way at the bottom. There you go, 22 points. It's just not good enough. It's embarrassing for that football club, if you know what I mean, guys. And if we don't beat them on Sunday, a lot of questions have to be asked. Don't forget, last season at Anfield, they came to draw. They kept kicking the ball off for a throw in every single opportunity that they had. And they got what they wanted, and this is like the thing we should not be going through, because I want to go into this game thinking about winning. Not only thinking about winning, if they deep line defend, making set pieces count. I don't want Trent to take a set piece from a corner or Robertson. Just let McAllister or Soboslai, someone like that, take it, because it's time for a change. We're not scoring from set pieces anymore, people. Like, if you look at that should count. Deep line defending teams, if you can't open them up, beat them on a set piece. Simple as that. And Trent and Robertson, they're not really delivering from corners, because, if you look at their corners, they don't even beat the first man. I saw Robertson the other day say, me. And then McAllister pushed him out the way and took the corner. And it was a good corner, actually. So, yeah, we got to be serious in those situations. If we can't score goals, make sure you do it from set pieces. That's what we need to do. Top of the league, people. We need to keep continuing that momentum, and make sure you put pressure on the other teams. Arsenal have got Brighton away. It's not an easy game. Brighton beat Man City already this season when we didn't think Man City was that bad. So anything can happen. Obviously, Arsenal beat Brentford the other day. I thought Brentford were atrocious. They were appalling. They're playing in front of their box, and Arsenal intercepted the balls and, scored from there. It was just, it was horrendous. How can you take a lead and play like that in front of your goal? Doesn't make any sense. The only team that beat Brentford away at home this season is Nottingham Forest. Now Arsenal, just 2 teams. So Brentford should have done better. Brentford should have done better. But as I said, people, we've got our own things to worry about, which is, us winning the league. Stop concentrating on other teams. That's the way we need to do. Otherwise, if you put focus on other teams, you lose focus of your target, which is winning the league. And this is what Arsenal fans want us to do. And the rest of the league, as you guys already know, they prefer Arsenal to win than Liverpool. Nobody wants Liverpool to win anything. So they will give you the extra game, you know what I mean, on the pitch, just to stop you from winning as well. So just take it a game at a time. Make sure the games you play is like a European tie as well. Like, be cautious, be patient, and get the goals after that. But if you're gonna do this like tit for tat, you shoot, we shoot, you attack, we attack, you're not gonna win those games. Look at the Newcastle game. Look at the Nottingham Forest game, and Arsenal game before the Newcastle game. So this is what I'm saying, guys. You can't play these type of games. This Premier League all-time great kind of games. And the second part of the season is going to be difficult because teams are going to have their own way of thinking, which is they need to stay in the league, finishing above the bottom three, finishing mid-table, finishing European position, and finishing Champions League spots. And obviously challenging for the league. So it's going to be more tighter than the first part. So every team expect to be more defensive than the first part of the season, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going for 3-0 win in this game. It could be more. You know what I mean? We don't know. It could be more. It is Man United after all. If you know what I mean. Big up, Doug, man. Big up, brother. I hope everything's well. Get in there, buddy. Thanks. Big up, Doug, bro. Big up, brother, man. It's been a while. I hope everything's okay, brother. Yeah, let me just read out the comments as we go along. Let's talk about, individual players, which is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Obviously, yesterday, a story came out that Real Madrid want him. They're willing to pay 20 million to get him as well. Trying to unsettle us, as always, as they should do. Every big club, when they see another club is a threat, they're going to get in there and try to take your players. And that's what Real Madrid is trying to do to us. We just have to, be patient with ourselves as well as a fan base, because I see a lot of people insulting Trent. I've said it many times on this stream and in other streams I've been on. I said it many times. Please subscribe to Doug as well. Please subscribe to Doug. He's a fantastic content creator. When I first started, Doug was one of the pioneers for us, man, and he deserves every success that he can get, bro. So please go subscribe to him. His channel is right there, Doug Football Channel. Please go. It says that the Doug out Football Channel. So please go subscribe to that. And of course, Sean's already put his channel on there, so please go and subscribe to Sean as well. Yeah, as I was saying about Trent, I see a lot of insults on social media about him and his personal life and all this stuff. I don't understand, like where this is coming from our fan base. If you hear a little story, you believe it for some reason. You don't decide for yourself, as I said in the beginning. I'm not here to trash Trent. I know this is Trent's last contract in his 20s. So he's going to take care of himself. He never came out and said he wants to go to Real Madrid. So I don't know where these people are coming out and saying, he's a traitor, he's a rat and all this stuff. Like, this is the kind of thing that pushes players away. And this is what you're doing. So you got to be careful how you go on about this. If you want a player to stay, you don't insult them, do you? You know what I mean? You don't do that. Because that encourages them to leave. But luckily, there's some smart players out there that know real football fans are the ones who are not saying anything, are the ones who are still backing you and all that stuff. So as you saw the manager's calm about it. So the head coach is calm about it. He's not moaning about it. He's not saying Trent wants to leave and all this stuff. He's supportive of Trent. So there must be something going on behind the scenes that's encouraging him as well. So just be careful, people, All these insults and all these, idiotic people that's trying to put you in their side to insult our own players are the ones who probably support other teams that pretending to be Liverpool fans. And that's what worries me. We know what we need to do. We knew this month was coming. I remember when Salah done that Christmas tree picture. I saw the majority of the people that actually put that up and were insulting was Man United fans. And what do Man United fans want us to do? To fail at everything, right? So why are you catering to their needs? Just relax about Trent. Relax about Salah and relax about Van Dijk. They will decide in their career and they will decide to do the right thing. They're legends, man. They've done everything for this football club that many of the legends before them couldn't do, which is win the league and Champions League, World Club Cup, Super Cup, FA Cup, League Cup, whatever trophy you could name at the top. They've done it. So respect them for that and trust them to make the right decisions after that as well. But if you're already prejudging and you're already listening to idiots, then you're the one who's going to drive them away. You know what I mean? So just be careful, man. I've always said it with Trent. I love the kid. I've got no issues with him, and he's a Scouser through and through. But sometimes that's not the thing that's gonna sway him to stay. So us as a fan base, the way we react, the way we are towards him this season, will make his decision to your way, the way you want it to be. So just relax, man. Just relax, please, people. Like all this nonsense, like he's decided to go to Real Madrid. It never came out. It never came out of his mouth. It never came out of his mouth. It's just people are trying to put that in you, just to make you angry and decide for yourself already that he's leaving. That's why I'm calm about it. You know what I mean? I'm not angry at them. I'm angry at the owners. That's who I'm angry about. What kind of ownership allows this to happen? What kind of ownership, lets players like this, legends at the football club, come to their last year of a contract? Think about what I'm saying, guys. Like, this is the ownership that we have. Never used to happen before. Never used to happen before. But all of a sudden, these things are, reoccurring itself. It happens all the time. During January, we're challenging for a league title. We're always struggling. Why does this happen? Because they don't give a shit about winning. And this is happening too often now. That's why I said in the beginning of this, when I had my little rant, I did tell you, it's time to stand up for your club, man, and get these fuckers out, man. Get them out of our football club, man. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if it's a millionaire, a billionaire, a trillionaire. I don't care. As long as they care about Liverpool Football Club, I want them to come and, do the things right. That's all I'm asking for. And this is what you should want as a fan as well. I'm going to go this month. I mean, I don't care if people don't like me. I'll go down there. I'll show my concerns. I'm going to go watch that Lille game. I'm going to still talk about it to the fans about, this ownership, the way they are. I'm not going to hide from that. I mean, like, look at Salah. Why is Salah begging for a contract? This guy is the most consistent player that we ever had in the Premier League era. I include Gerrard and everybody else around that. I've never seen a guy consistently 7 years straight, 8 years straight doing what Salah does. Why is he begging for a contract? Shouldn't that be a natural thing? You know what I mean? Let himself, terminate. Why does he have to beg? He shouldn't be begging. The guy scores over 20 goals a season since he's been here, every season. But yeah, he's begging for a contract. Why? Why? He stayed here. He never asked to leave to go to Barcelona, Real Madrid, or anyone like that. I mean, you never hear things like that from him. But yeah, you take the piss out of him. And you got Virgil van Dijk, the best defender probably in the Premier League era, begging for a contract as well. Why? Why does he have to beg? He said that in his little interview. I think it was TNT or someone else. I'm sure it was probably TNT. He said that the fans love me and I love the fans. Why does he have to, struggle for a contract? The guy came from an ACL and became the best defender again. ACL, career-threatening injury. In normal circumstances, that injury ends careers. But he came back stronger than ever and still became the best defender in the world again. But yet he's begging for a contract. Why? Why does he have to beg for a contract? It's a fucking joke, man. It's a travesty, guys. Honest to God, it's a travesty, man. I've had enough. I've had enough, guys. I've said about January. I did say, if I don't see any developments in the first week, I'm going to start speaking about it. And look what's happened. We haven't signed any players. The players haven't even signed any contracts. I don't care if it's only been 3 days, guys. We should see something. We should hear something good happening. But no, we're here still we're still in the same situation that we was a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. It's embarrassment, man. It's an absolute embarrassment. I don't know what kind of a fan base that accepts this shit, man, and they call themselves a family club. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, this criminal here should not be at our football club anymore. John W. Henry should be gone. I mean, we should be saying to him, pack your bags and leave. But yet, he's here, season in, season out, still owning our club. Not improving anything, The only time he buys players is when we're at the Champions League, because you know the Champions League brings in money to their pockets. That's the only time. Look back in history, guys. That's the only time John W. Henry signs players. And these people that say he's got nothing to do with football, it's all down to Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, and all this stuff. Well, where does the money come from then? It doesn't come from them. Where does the money come from? It doesn't come from Michael Edwards. It doesn't come from Richard Hughes' pocket. It should be coming from these guys. I mean, this criminal here is wanted now. He needs to either spend money and sign those contracts or fuck off. Simple as that. Get out of our football club. We don't need you here anymore. Thank you for saving us, as many say. When I was there with you in the courts, trying to get rid of the other Cowboys. You're the same as those Cowboys in a way, I mean, in my opinion, because you're not even improving anything apart from a stadium that we can't even get tickets to go to games for. What kind of nonsense is that? Raising ticket prices, you know, and you know, furloughing staff, doing Super League. Do you think like Super League ain't coming back? It's coming back, people. Trust me. This is their aim. This is their aim. This criminal needs to either put up or shut up. I don't want to go through a stage where all protest and then all of a sudden they're spending, and then next season again they're not spending again. You either have to be consistent with your spending. You either have to be consistent with your, you know, contract signings. You know, re-signing the good players, or just leave. If you can't be consistent with that, just go. I love to sit with him. I love to do what those Red Sox fans did when they sat with him, when he was in the stage talking to him, when he started saying players are too expensive these days. What are you talking about? Why are you owning a sports franchise then? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, why do you do things like that? How dare you say things like that? Players are too expensive these days. You got to buy players to survive. What the hell are you here for? Oh my goodness, man. Listen, it's time to go. If he doesn't spend, it's time to go, guys. I don't know why people are just sitting here acceptance of this nonsense. I really don't understand. This criminal, man, like what he's doing to our football club, what he's doing to our legends at the same time as well, like it's beyond acceptable, man. I can't accept anything like this anymore. I really can't. I can't sit here and, you know, season in, season out, debating with idiots that support this idiot. Oh, man. I can't, man. It's tiring, man. It's really, really tiring, guys. Every season we're begging. And I'm telling people, I'll see you next year. You know what I mean? I'll see you next year. Next year we'll be here again. We're going to talk about the same thing again. It's tiring, man. It's really, really tiring. How can you have ownership that don't want to do anything? Don't make any sense. I know we hate United, but they are a giant club. Yeah, they are a giant, man. Facts, bro. Facts. Slot is playing it cool with Mo. He doesn't know if Mo wants to leave, but I hope he signs a VVD. Trent, Slot is cool, calm dude. Yeah, listen. With the players there and the head coach, I'm fine with that. It's this criminal I've got a problem with. This guy, man, I can't believe it, guys. I honestly can't believe. You know the Glazers them work together. You know that, yeah. Glazers and the FSG and all these guys, they work together, guys. You know that, yeah. Have you guys noticed when we're selling a football club, they're selling a football club. When we're like getting people in charge of the football inside, they get someone who's in charge of the football inside. You know what I mean? So they don't get the blame. They work together. These people, these criminals are all in the same bed. Believe me, mate. We do the same steps as United, vice versa, whatever which way you want to go about it. It keeps happening again and again. Check it out, guys. Whatever we do, Man United do. Whatever Man United do, we do. It's always like this. They're criminals, man. Liverpool allow Real Madrid bully them. Yeah. It's can't blame anyone about ourselves. 100%, bro. 100%. I've got no doubt about that. Like every time we're challenging for a title, Real Madrid come out of nowhere bullying us. They either stop us getting the players that we want, or they want to go for our players. So if they stop you going for the players that you want in the first place, how do you allow them to come into your, yard and try to take your players? They stopped their development already. The Tchouameni's, Bellingham's, Mbappe's. They already stopped the players that you was going for before. They stopped you. But now they're coming for your players. And then you're allowing them to even bid for them. Come on, man. It's a joke. Absolute joke, man. Bad enough. Bad enough. Everything is good. Happy New Year. Yes, Sideline Football Show. Where was I? I trust this bald head. We all trust him, man. Agreed, bro. Agreed, mate. But your voice, your opinion, it's mental. I have no bother to say it. You have, yeah. That's how it is. Do you think we will do anything in the winter transfer window? Nope. We should be ready right now, Sideline Football Show, but we're not. If you know what I mean, brother. We should be already, players should be lining up right now to come through the door, but we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro. Man United should stay back and park the train, not just the bus. Otherwise, they will be thumped so easy. They are going to park the bus, bro. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. That's what they do. You know what I mean? Nowadays, this is not a big club anymore. You know what I mean? They're accepting being mediocre, being mediocre, and you know teams battering them. I mean, how could Bournemouth go to your ground and batter you? Bournemouth went down there and battered them this season. It's madness, man. I remember when I complained about no set piece coach at the beginning of the season. Yeah, bro. Yeah, our set pieces are appalling. We can't beat the first man. We can't beat the first man, bro. We can't beat the first man. It's embarrassing, in my opinion. No, sorry to hear that, mate. I hope you're okay. New Year, I'm doing okay. Well, festive period, feeling better. Big up, Doug, man. The Pioneers, mate. The Pioneers. Alisson, Trent, Kwanzaa, Van Dijk, Robertson, Gravenberch, Maka, Soboslai, Gakpo, Diaz, Salah start. Sunday, I reckon 5-0. Salah double, Diaz double. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to put the starting lineup in a minute, mate. Had a quiet one. I just watched a 40, being watch 1882, 1923, Yellowstone, and amazing. Yeah, it's mad. I just watched that. Yeah. Keep the messages coming, guys. Take care. So you never walk alone. Big up, Sideline Football Show. You too, mate. Of course. Today at 7 p.m. GMT. Big up. I'm optimistic of seeing Chiesa in the second half of the season. I hope, Dean. You know, I said that myself. I thought like he's going to be one of those players that's going to be coming in the second half and doing some damage. A lot of people are saying he's you know homesick and all this stuff. We should not have players like that in our football club, mate. If they're not here to fight and not impressed with our season, the way we're performing, you should not be there, man. You should be gone a long time ago. So let me do the starting lineup for you guys. It's an easy one. It's not going to be a hard one. It's more or less the same team almost that started against West Ham, that battered West Ham. So let's put it that way. Let me put it there. Big up, Dean, by the way, man. Big up. Let's get the team going. Sorry about that, people. I don't know what that is. There we go. Let me bring it in. There you go. So it's more or less the team that started against West Ham. Just a little bit minor change. So from what the manager said is, what he said was, Konate is back in training along with Bradley. So that's good. I like that. They might not start this game. They could be on the bench, and we're gonna see them at some stage probably as well. But like I said, we can't rush them, guys. We can't rush them. I say bring in Soboslai for Jones. Just interchange. You don't need to like keep playing the same players all the time. Unfortunately, Robertson has to play it. That's how it is. No offense. Sounds like it though. McAllister. Guys, McAllister this season, yeah. People are not watching this guy. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing, man. I watched him against West Ham the other day. I said, what the heck? Are people watching what McAllister is doing? Whew. Madness on the pitch. Absolute madness on the pitch. Yeah. Diaz as a striker is working out, man. I was, apprehensive. I didn't really agree to that. But now I don't mind it. Gakpo scoring more or less in every game that he plays now. Impressive. So that's my starting lineup, guys. Obviously, Alisson goal, Trent as a right back, Kwanzaa, Van Dijk, Gravenberch, McAllister, Robertson, Soboslai, Gakpo, Diaz, and Salah. It's an important game. It's not gonna be easy. I don't think it's gonna be a walkover for us. But like I said, start off slow and then just get the goals after that, hopefully. Or can his season turn out to be our wild card? That's what I said, bro. I said he's gonna be an important player in the second half of the season, in the league and the cups as well, or semi-finals and final of our cup, Carabao Cup. I think he's gonna be a player. What I thought he was gonna play as a number 9 instead of like a wide player. And in the second part of the season, he's gonna be the difference. I'll tell you why I say that, because nobody knows about Chiesa in the Premier League. Obviously, we've seen him play in the European League, in European Cup, and we've seen him play for Juventus, and Fiorentina and teams like that. But we haven't seen him in the Premier League consistently. So, if this is the plan by Arne Slot and the coaching staff, bringing him on in the second half of the season, because nobody knows anything about him, and he's gonna come into the team and score goals, and be that difference in the tight games, then that's a smart decision, bro. It's a smart decision, in my opinion. I think that's a genius decision. That's what I think. And that's how I see it. That's how I see it with Chiesa. They took him out of the limelight because they didn't want him, to burn out, first of all, because he hasn't had pre-season training. And second of all, to get him ready for the second part, because, it takes a while for a player that's been out for a long time to get up to the standards that you need him to, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I think he's going to be the second half. If it ain't true what we've been hearing, sometimes, when they're saying he's homesick and all that stuff, sometimes that could be a distraction for other people, you know what I mean, outside our football club. And then all of a sudden you're going to see him in the second half playing games, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So, yeah, I think, that could happen, man. And I think if it works out, it's a genius decision. 100%, bro. 100%. So that's what I got for you, obviously, in the lineup. That's the starting lineup for me for Man United. I think we're going to beat them, like I said, 4-0, probably 3-0, something like that. I don't think they're going to reach our goal. They're terrible, guys. They're absolutely terrible. The way they performed against Newcastle in that first half showed me that there's no connection between the players, the fans, the manager. They are really, really bad. Really, really bad. If you know what I mean. I was going to talk about Darwin Núñez, but you know what? There's no point, because he's all over the place. Obviously, people are angry that he liked, him being in a Milan shirt. Someone put a Milan shirt on him, and he liked it on Instagram or something like that. And people are upset about it. I don't care. I really don't care what Darwin Núñez does. As long as when he starts, he scores goals. If he can't score goals, then you're not part of my plans. Let me just put it that way. So I wouldn't worry about him, guys. You know what I mean? You don't want him. Majority of us don't want him in the football club anyway. So why are you worried about him liking something? Let him do whatever he wants. He's not going to be here next season anyway. So just relax. Chillax, man. Chillax. Yeah, so that's all I got for you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Please, if you're on Twitter, X, come to the YouTube channel, subscribe. I've been trying to grow this channel for a while. Obviously, organically, the way I do it. And with your help, I could get there. Appreciate that, by the way. If you could do that for us. Thanks for everybody that's tuned in. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the likes. And probably see you game day, innit? I'll be here, obviously, doing the live watch along. So I'll see you then. Take care, everybody. I haven't left it, so let me just read that comment. Do you think we'll see Rio next season and around the squad, even at the age of 17? Well, Trent and all them and Harvey Elliott, I believe, have been at that age in the first team, Dean. So I'm assuming He should be. He's a special kid. He's raw, but I think with the first team, he will improve, bro. So yeah. See, people, I'll come back. Take care. Take care.